Oh,
There we go.
Yes,
Go
I have
ahead.
it recording here.
I'm sorry for this.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Okay, so shall we start, Aliza? Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Finally. Okay. Okay. So first of all, congratulations on season two. We'll talk about the show during this interview, but we wanted to know more about your journey that has been the as an actor.
Stories I truly love. I think any actor who's able to connect to the stories that they tell and hear from so many people that they connect with the shows that I have the privilege to work on, it warms our hearts. So I always consider myself very, very lucky, and I'm very grateful.
Amazing, amazing. So you have a degree in theater, and it has been a significant part of your career. You have done a lot of stage plays, and that's how you paved your way to the mainstream media. Can you please tell us about your experience in theater?
Yeah, so when Little Mosque was nearing the end, I was in high school and I had to decide really, did I want to stay in TV and film, or did I want to go to school? And really sitting down with my family, and for myself, I knew that I wanted to get a background in theater because it is such an incredible craft, and it would have been an amazing time to explore the world of theater. So in those 4 years at Simon Fraser University, I had the incredible privilege of learning under amazing teachers and exploring theater. And theater has such a close place in my heart because you really get to play. You get to find new ways to tell stories. And I think the most daunting part of theater is that you can't say cut and then do the scene again. You have to put it all on the
Yes.
stage. So that's always been a nervous part for me, but it's also an exhilarating part. So I think that theater is always going to be something that is very interesting for a lot of actors, but myself included.
Amazing, great. So now let's talk about Sweet Tooth. What a wonderful show! And your character Rani is such a brilliantly written character. A lot of weird things takes place in Rani's life in season one, and she's still in captivity. Okay, so give us some scoop without any spoilers as to what's waiting for Rani in this upcoming season.
Okay, so without giving any spoilers away, Rani really still has a lot of adventure in season two. You really see the Singhs, uh, they're in a new place, and you see Dr. Singh especially having to find this cure. And Rani really is that, that team for Dr. Singh. And you see Rani having to find her own peace with the choices that they've made and the choices they will continue to make in the season. So I'm very excited for everyone to see where Rani goes in season two. I can't say too much, but there will be a few surprises that I think everyone will really, really enjoy.
Amazing. Looking forward to it. So now, your character, first of all, congratulations. You have been promoted to a series regular. Amazing. And, it's a great add to this series because we love your character and we are going to see more of you. So tell us how you felt when you heard the news for the first time that, now you are a series regular.
That was a huge surprise to me because if you look at the original comics, Dr. Singh's wife, dies from the
Yes.
sick in the very, very beginning of the comics. So even when we filmed the first episode, I thought that that was it. I thought it was one episode, and if I was coming back in a flashback or something like that, it would be great. But I really wasn't expecting anything else. And I had loved working with the entire team. And then really it was in the middle of the pandemic that I found out that they wanted to expand the character of Rani and really give her a story of her own that could work alongside Dr. Singh. And it still blows my mind to this day. I always tell Jim Mickle, the showrunner, that I'm so grateful, but I'm also really humbled that I had the opportunity to play such an incredible character like Rani. I mean, she is such an empowering and strong female character. And for a woman like Rani in television, that we're just starting to see these kind of female characters come out, I was really grateful that they took the opportunity to expand Rani's character and show another side in this story to a married couple in this scenario of a pandemic. So I thought that was really exciting, and I really wasn't expecting it. It really blew me away, but it's been an amazing journey so far.
Amazing. So, just like you said, the characters like Rani, as an actor from an Indian origin, first of all, namaste. And do you feel
Namaste.
aesthetic that things are, changing, and these stereotypes of getting being cast in a typical role is now getting eliminated through these kinds of characters?
Yes, that's it exactly. I find that now we're seeing more Indian women playing characters that are strong and really can hold their own. I think that's really important. And I think you're seeing that in India as well. You're seeing really, Indian actresses are able to really show their strength and show these dynamic and complex characters and create amazing performances. And so for me to be able to have that opportunity to do that as well, I think it not only shows how much the industry is changing, but that even a show like Sweet Tooth can accomplish the same thing and really bring in so many amazing actors into the fold.
So, you have a backstory from India. You come, your parents come from India. So have you visited India recently? Did you visit? Did you get the chance to
I
visit India?
have a few times actually. While my parents are originally from East Africa, I am Indian, but my husband is originally from Bombay. So
Oh, okay.
all of my in-laws, all of my families are in Mumbai. And I've had the pleasure to be a few times. I haven't been back in a few years, but it's definitely on our list to come back because it's always such a heartwarming feeling coming back to India.
Amazing. So, now, going back to the first season. In first season, some scenes, at the neighborhood gatherings were really, disturbing to watch, really hard. Everyone was so judgmental. They were eliminating the sick, everything. Did your perception change about the neighborhood when you and your husband became the targets?
In the show?
Yes, in the show.
I would
Yes.
say my neighbors at home are very, very lovely. But yes, in the show, it was amazing to work in that environment and really see the shift. It was amazing to watch and grow with all of these other actors as well and have fun in these scenes. They do look very intense and they look very scary, but really the actors and all of us were having so much fun throughout the process. And really that made the intensity later in season 1 so much more enjoyable because Adil Akhtar and I had to really go to a very dark place at the end. I won't spoil season 1 for people who haven't watched it yet, but there's a very, very fiery scene that we as actors had to settle into and really have a beautiful moment together. And I believe the reason why we could do that was because there was so much trust that we had with our director, with our crew, and with our fellow cast who was there watching. So really that goes to show how amazing that neighborhood was for us behind the scenes.
Great. So, now you talked about, Adil Akhtar, a fabulous man. Your chemistry with Adil Akhtar is a treat to watch. What kind of, friendship or relationship do you share with him off the screen? And, did you guys play any pranks on each other while shooting?
I'm not sure if we could do any pranks, but I will say, working with Adil is truly such a fun experience. I think what was really great is not just in season 1, but even in season 2, we were able to work off of each other so well. We were able to talk about the experiences we were having with our own characters and then come to set and really play. We were able to try different things, and really I learned so much from him. He is such an incredible actor, and being able to work with him is such a privilege. It's such a beautiful experience. So I think that for me was the big part that I took out of it, is that really it was such a special experience. But with Adil, he's such a great family person. So getting to hear about his kids and his wife, and really getting to hear about his family, that was the huge joy for me when we were offset chatting.
Amazing, amazing. So, now Sweet Tooth, yes, it is a fantasy series, but, it is filled with gritty themes such as, propaganda, betrayal, identity. It tackles these themes in a very amazing way. Do you think that, Sweet Tooth is much more than just a fantasy series? It is more of a detailed look at our society these days that we are seeing.
Right. Well, what's so amazing is that Jeff Lemire, who is the creator of Sweet Tooth in the graphic novel, he created the story in 2009. So it's amazing to look back and see how much has changed, but also how much has stayed the same. And I think that that's something that people can really relate to, and audiences can relate to, in saying that this story can transcend the time that it's set in, because there are so many elements we can relate to as individuals. So I think that's what people are going to get when watching both season 1 and season 2, and even getting inspired to read the comics, is that there are parts of us that we can see in this story.
Great. So, while watching, like seeing your IMDb, I was really surprised that you voiced Miss Marvel in one of
Yes.
the, I think, in one of the series. So, are you coming back to the MCU anytime soon? Can we
Oh,
see you?
that would be a dream. Any chance to be part of MCU would be a dream, and the fact that I've even had the chance to voice Miss Marvel is amazing. So we'll see. The future is open to possibilities, as we all know, in the MCU universe.
Yes, great. We would love to see you in MCU. So, now we are, coming to the season two. Will we see, all these storylines getting merged in season two? Is there a chance of happening?
Oh, I don't want to give anything away.
No, just yes or no. That would work.
I will say that the audiences will love seeing all the storylines and seeing where they cross, they overlap, they separate. They'll see everything happen at the same time, and they'll enjoy every minute of it. I promise you.
Cool, playing it safe. That's good. So, Sweet Tooth became an international phenomena, with season one, and became the number one show on Netflix when it released. Now fans are expecting even a better season two, a bigger season two. So tell your fans, should they be gearing up for another enthralling season? Should they strap themselves for another ride?
Definitely. I would say that the adventure is there.
Oh,
Prepare for an adventure for season 2. And I'm excited to watch everyone be on that adventure, and to have their own experiences with it, and share with me what they love about season 2, because I've been waiting for this moment.
okay, thank you so much, Aliza, for giving me your time. It was such a pleasure to talk to you. And, from a fellow Indian, I'm really proud that an Indian actor is doing so well in Hollywood. I'm really, really proud. And
Well,
and it's a
so
pleasure to talk to you.
it was an absolute
Oh,
pleasure, and like namaste to you as well. Thank you so much
namaste.
for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.